Yes. So what popped up for you?
The original memory that I dealt with Terry with earlier had to do when I was 5 years old. I used to have a pet pig, and I lived with my grandparents, and they slaughtered my pet pig when I got to be a big pig. And to me it was just my baby, my pig, and so I had to witness that, and that was really painful. But I was able to deal with that, but I guess when Valerie was speaking, I just could see myself, that scared little girl who didn't have a supervising adult who could say, maybe we should go play and you don't have to watch the pig getting slaughtered. And I just felt that helplessness and that sadness for that little girl.
Yeah, well, what a brilliant idea to have you actually watch the pig getting slaughtered.
Exactly. I mean, I think today, once I processed that with her, I think that's where I got, was like, what were grandparents thinking?
Yeah.
But then it also made me think that, back then in the olden days when I was a kid, kids weren't really people, they were just things, They didn't have feelings and they didn't have thoughts, and you were to be seen and not heard and all that stuff.
And so what numbers have you had throughout the day relative to that memory?
Oh, I had a 9, I had 8s, I had 6s, and then I did get to a 0. Yeah.
And what are you now talking about it?
Well, I think it's gone now to that helpless little girl kind of, and I think it's more like a 4 or 5.
Right. Where in your body do you feel that?
Right here.
Right, okay. Do you want to do some tapping on that right now?
Sure.
Okay, super. So let's have someone else hold. Georgie, your arm must be dying by now. So, good. Thank you. So again, this technique is called, again, tapping while talking. So you're telling a story, and you tap while you tell the story, and you assess your level of intensity, and every once in a while you say, I deeply and completely accept myself as well. So, so you're 4, you're feeling it over here. Are there any other memories that are coming up for you besides that one? Feeling about this in your body right now?
I think just feeling really alone, just being really like no supervision, just sort of this little girl that's just by herself in this big place full of adults.
Okay, well, let's just go ahead and tap on that then. So there's a big place full of people that don't understand me.
There's a big place, yeah, of people that don't understand me.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I'm alone in this place where no one understands me.
I'm alone in this place where no one understands me.
Or is even trying to understand me.
Or is even trying to understand me.
Or who is thinking about how I feel.
Or who is thinking about how I feel.
No one thinks about how I feel.
No one thinks about how I feel.
Can I also say the opposite? Say everyone thinks about how I feel.
Everyone thinks about how I feel.
People really consider how I feel.
People really consider how I feel.
No one considers how I feel.
No one considers how I feel.
The world is a dangerous place.
The world was a dangerous place.
The world is a safe place.
The world is a safe place.
The world is sometimes safe and sometimes dangerous.
The world is sometimes safe and sometimes dangerous.
I don't know who I can trust.
I don't know who I can trust.
It's very confusing.
It's very confusing.
Okay, and arms, okay. So just leave it at that for the time being and go back to the pig incident and just feel what your number is right now, thinking about that in your chest.
It's like a 2.
Come down by a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Now, I made some general statements there, and it's like firing arrows at a target, and I'm firing blind, but some of them might hit. Many of them will miss the target. Some of those things probably you didn't feel anything when I said them. Other things you felt, the world isn't safe, or I am all alone, or whatever. So often what this does is this just gets the mind out of the way so you can stroke the dog brain. All we're doing is we're getting to the point where we stroke the dog brain and say, you're safe, you're okay. That's the bottom line. It's not how good I am at working with the cognitive abilities. It's just how good I am at telling that dog brain that it's okay, it's safe. So that's the main thing you have to sort of give yourself is, maybe no one was doing that for you back then, but now you can do it for yourself.
Right.
Self-care. So let's just tap again on that and say, even though I still have some of this feeling left,
Even though I still have some of that feeling left.
and maybe I need that feeling being at a 2
Maybe I need that feeling to be at a 2.
to protect myself
To protect myself.
and to be alert.
To be alert.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Maybe I need that feeling to be at a 2
Maybe I need that feeling to be at a 2.
and not go down any further.
And not go down any further.
And maybe I'm protected,
And maybe I protect it.
and maybe I don't need that feeling to be at a 2 anymore.
And maybe I don't need that feeling to be a 2 anymore.
I live in a safe world.
I live in a safe world.
I'm pretty good at taking care of myself.
I'm pretty good at taking care of myself.
I'm not perfect,
I'm not perfect.
but I'm okay.
But I'm okay.
Maybe I don't need that 2 anymore.
Maybe I don't need that 2 anymore.
Maybe I don't need that tension anymore.
Maybe I don't need that tension anymore.
And maybe I do.
And maybe I do.
I love and accept myself either way.
I love and accept myself either way.
I love and accept myself just the way I am,
I love and accept myself just the way I am.
and just the way I am not.
And just the way I am not.
Okay. Just tap all your fingers and just feel back and see whether did the 2 shift? Do you need that 2? Do you not need that 2?
It's still there.
So again, just be aware, maybe that little bit of protective instinct is something that she does need and is useful to her right now. So you don't necessarily need to have to go down to a 0. And maybe she's shifted way down from a high number, and that's just where she needs to be right now. So again, you have great respect for the person's experience and for their body signals, and you don't try to override them. Is there anything else you wanted to share or wanted to mention?
I think that the reason it's not going down to 0, I think, is it's attached to other stuff.
Yes. Yeah. So we have to work on other things as
Yeah.
well. So, and again, you always work on specific memories with EFT, not generalities.
Yeah.
So yeah, good. So just look around these people over here in the room and see, are you anxious looking at them or?
Yes.
Okay, so look around and do some tapping on that. What's the worst they can think about you?
That I'm stupid and that this was a dumb thing to come up here and talk about.
So even though I'm worried they might think that this was a dumb thing to talk about,
Even though I'm worried that they would think that this is a dumb thing to talk about,
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Let's just tap on the statement directly. This was a dumb thing to talk about.
This was a dumb thing to talk about.
I can't believe I talked about this.
I can't believe I talked about this.
And I still deeply and completely accept myself.
And I still deeply and completely accept myself.
You tap on your eye points. I took a risk.
I took a risk.
I shared myself with these people.
I shared myself with these people.
I don't even know most of these people.
I don't even know most of these people.
I took a risk.
I took a risk.
I risked looking dumb.
I risked looking dumb.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Okay, let's just take a couple of breaths again and See how you feel.
I feel less anxious. I think it's kind of funny, actually.
What's funny?
Just that I was so anxious. It feels funny now.
Yeah, no one seems to be, looking at you, looking daggers at you, or they all seem to actually like you. I mean,
you sound surprised.
It's amazing. They all like you. So all those fears, so yeah. So when you have anxiety about seeing people or meeting people or about talking to people, this is a good thing to do. Mm-hmm. And if you can't tap in reality, tap in your mind. Just do mental tapping and let that intensity dissolve. Okay. Thank you. Thanks so much.